Welcome back to another episode of Whip Media TV. I'm your host, Whip Media Mickey, aka Mickey Made It. If you're new to the channel, you know what to do to the channel. Subscribe right now. Join the Vibe Tribe. Today, I cover the Hip Hop 48 Laws of Power, Part 1. Let's get it. Law number 1. Never outshine the master. Always make those above you feel comfortably superior. Hide the extent of your own talents, as your masters may otherwise feel insecure. The better you make your master appear, the greater the level of power you will attain. Those above you want to feel secure and superior in their positions. This may involve making a few harmless mistakes so that you can ask your master for help. If, however, you are more naturally charming than your master, it would be best avoid working for them entirely. Law number 2. Never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies. See, friends are more likely to betray you in haste as they are more prone to envy. However, if you hire a former enemy, they will prove themselves more trustworthy as they have more to prove. Consequently, you have more to fear from friends than your enemies. Often, you think you know your friends better than you do. This is because honesty rarely strengthens bonds. So friends frequently hide their true feelings about each other. As people want to feel they deserve their good fortune in hiring a friend, they can feel undeserving and ultimately resentful. Instead, it's better to hire an enemy, as your motives are upfront and are not clouded with personal feeling. Law number 3. Conceal your intentions. Always keep your intentions obscure. This way, your opponents cannot defend themselves. Lead them astray, and by the time they realize your plans, it will be too late. Use humankind's tendency to trust appearances to your advantage. By dangling a decoy set of intentions in front of your opponents, they will fail to see what you're really plotting. By cloaking your intentions, people will believe you to be friendly and honest. This will lead them further down the wrong path. Additionally, by being bland and inconspicuous, people are even less likely to doubt your intentions and they trust the familiar. Law number 4. Always say less than necessary. Powerful people know how to impress others by saying less. The more you say, the more likely it is that you will end up saying something foolish. As people are constantly trying to work out what others appear to be thinking, silence makes them feel uncomfortable. By controlling what you reveal, you can wield great power. After all, they are likely to fill in their silences you leave, revealing more information about their own intentions and weaknesses. Law number 5. So much depends on reputation. Guard it with your life. See, your reputation is the cornerstone of your power. You can use it to intimidate and win, but if it becomes tarnished, you open yourself up to being vulnerable to attack. Make your reputation impenetrable and predict attacks before they occur. Aid yourself in the endeavor by destroying your enemies, by exploiting holes in their reputations and letting the public destroy them. You see, a solid reputation can double your strength and distract potential opponents from discovering what you're really like. It increases your presence and your strength without having to expend much energy. Law number 6. Court attention at all costs. As everything is judged by appearance, you must stand out. Make yourself appear larger, more interesting, and more mysterious than the masses. One way to do this is to surround your name with sensation and scandal. Bear in mind that notoriety of any sort brings power. A solid counterbalance to this approach is to create an air of mystery around yourself. Keep your cards close to your chest. People are drawn to those who seem enigmatic. An air of mystery increases your presence and creates anticipation. Everyone will be glued to your next move. Law number 7. Get others to do the work for you, but always take the credit. Never do for yourself what the efforts of others can do for you. Use their wisdom and knowledge to further your own cause. In doing so, you will appear intimidatingly efficient and knowledgeable. Ultimately, those who work for you will be forgotten and you will be remembered. If you think it's important that you do all the work yourself, you won't get far. Consequently, find those with the skills you lack and find a way to either take their work as your own or hire them and put your name on their efforts. However, to do this effectively, your position must be secure, as otherwise people will call you out for deception. Law number 8, make other people come to you. Use bait if necessary. See, it's always preferable to make your opponent come to you, as they will have to abandon their plans and strategies in the process. Lure them in and then attack. This prevents you from ever reacting to your opponents. Instead, they have to react to you. This means playing the long game, sitting back and staying calm as others get stuck in the traps you've carefully planned out for them. However, your traps are only as good as the perceived attractiveness of your bait. If your bait is sweet enough, your opponent will become blinded to reality by their emotions, allowing you to gain the upper hand. Law number 9, win through your actions, never through argument. Any triumph you gain through argument will be short-lived. Resentment will fester in your opponents instead of genuine change of opinion. Instead, let your actions speak for you. If people agree with you through your actions instead of your words, you are more likely to sway lasting opinions. Words are a dime a dozen, and people will say anything to prove a point. Action is where you demonstrate your beliefs. Infection, avoid the unhappy and the unlucky. Law number 11, learn to keep people dependent on you. To maintain independence, you must make others need and want you. The more people rely on you, the more freedom you have. Yet, be wary to never teach these surrounding you with enough information that they can start doing things for themselves. This method is the best way to get people to do what you want without forcing them or inflicting pain on them. And you can do with them as you wish. Law number 12. Use selective honesty and generosity to disarm your victim. A single honest gesture can help cover the traces of dozens of dishonest acts. By being generous, you can disarm even the most suspicious people. Once they're disarmed, you can manipulate them at will. The key to successful deception is distraction. Learning to give before you take is a skilled way of getting what you want. Selective honesty also functions as a means to disarm your opponents. However, regaling a single truth will not be enough. You'll have to construct a facade of honesty built upon a series of acts to gain trust. Hip Hop 48 Laws of Power, Part 1.